Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. Now, this is done a little bit differently where I've had to actually record the gameplay separate to my audio. So what I'm going to do is I'll play the video and I'm going to be commentating over it. It's going to be a little bit different than what I'm used to. I've just had issues trying to get the time to be able to do both. And when I have the children at home or they're not in bed, it's really hard to actually do this. As you can see from my surroundings, my desk is downstairs as well, which means if my wife is watching something on TV, I can't record audio at the same time. Even with that active noise cancellers, it means that it would still pick up whatever she's doing. Um, Today is the second episode of the Journeyman career. So starting off with Blau-Weiß Linz again in Austria. We finished up last time having lost our first game to Austria Vienna 5-1, and then we got 2 wins after that. Our first game this time is against Austria Vienna, and we go through until we hit halfway through their regular season. After they've played each other twice, the Austrian League breaks off into 2 divisions, a championship group and a relegation group. My aim, hit that top 6 to go into the championship group. Anyway, guys, that's where I'm going to leave the intro. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, guys, so here we go into the first match against Austria Vienna. Now, I'll be honest, nothing really much happened in the first part of this. First thing that happens on 30 minutes is we get a shot with Husseini. We go through into the next highlight, which is about 7 minutes later. We take it down the left wing with Caballero, and we try and get something on it in the middle. We've had to sub out Nos and someone else because they were just very, very tired. So we had another good chance there from Demetriou. 0-0 at half time. Comes out the second half. And Austria Vienna start pressing like there is no tomorrow. I absolutely make a pig's ear of my defending, which leads to Austria Vienna scoring their first goal. Now at this point, Fuseni is very, very tired, so I do bring him off for Ronivaldo. Through to the 68th minute, where nothing much has really happened, we bring it down the right-hand side with Piekul. And we managed to get Demetriou a shot from the edge of the box, which is very well saved by the FAK goalkeeper. Howdem takes the corners and Nos at the front post and a fantastic header into the far corner. At this point, I was thinking, I can do this, I can get a point. Because if I'm honest, I hadn't been playing very well through this whole match, and you'll see this as a common theme through quite a few of these matches. But straight from that kick-off, Austria Vienna absolutely do me on the right-hand side. This Fitz guy absolutely caned me. Give the ball to Huskovic, who gives it back to Fitz. They get the ball into the centre of their box, and again, just like against Rapid Vienna in the first episode, goalkeeper makes a great save, but it falls straight to the feet of an opposition. 92nd minute, I'm trying to make sure that we hold on. Our goalkeeper makes a fantastic save to keep the score respectable at 2-1. Our next game is against Lask, who I think in the Europa League this year are actually in Liverpool's group. Now playing against this team was very, very difficult, just like it was against Rapid Vienna. However, I knew how to cope, and you can see on 11 minutes I get Fuseni through for an absolutely outstanding finish from about 18 yards. However, it wasn't all plain sailing. 18 minutes, they come on a counter-attack, and with a very weak finish, don't know what my keeper was doing, he equalises. I kept trying to press. all through this game, and I don't know what Windagger has to do to score, but he misses one opportunity there, and then in very quick succession, he's given another one, and again, forces a very good save from the goalkeeper. Straight back down the other end, where our goalkeeper saves us a bit of embarrassment from the counter-attack. Just before half-time, Windagger gets the ball on the right-hand side again, gives the ball to Nose, who buries it in the top left-hand corner. Now, I've got to be honest, my chances were very few and far between other than what I've showed you, so this was a very, very happily to go in. Comes out in the second half. On 60 minutes, Fuseni forces another good save. But Lask, being the absolute dominant force they had been through this match, go and give me the ball straight back. I almost screw it up, but I give the ball back to Fuseni in open space, and he puts a bit of daylight between us. Fuseni is becoming quite a good loan signing for us. A few minutes later, Windagger gets the ball on the right, on the left, and Ronivaldo takes a shot, which again is well saved. Coming into the last 10 minutes, I changed it to ultra defensive just to try and stop them getting anything back, and just like their first goal, I absolutely bottle my defence. And Kone with the second goal of the match to make it a very nervy finish to the game. However, we do manage to hold out and keep it at 3-2. But not before they give us a little bit of a scare again. Windagger again gets through on goal and hits the post. So I could have put it to bed there and then, however, making life difficult for ourselves into our next game against the current champions of Red Bull Salzburg. Now, if I'm honest, I was expecting this to go very much the same way as the Rapid Vienna match did, where they absolutely tore us apart. However, I've got to be honest, this game was relatively simple. You'll see here, carbon copy of a couple of goals I've scored already. 10.5 minutes in, Fuseni scores, even though he was surrounded by defenders. Passing it on to the right hand side, and this Elliot, who we signed on a free transfer last season, has been an absolute godsend down the right. Him and Windagger make a very good right midfield pairing. Nos with a couple of chances, but again, Windagger gets the ball and one-on-one with the keeper, and he bottles it, and the keeper gets the save. From the corner, we have a good attempt, but it just falls straight to a defender. As you can see, this half, I absolutely battered them, but I just couldn't put the ball in the net, other than that first attempt. Managed to get it out to Demetriou, who takes a shot, and again, very well saved by the goalkeeper. From the resulting corner, we try and get the ball back in. Windagger takes a shot, but it's blocked, and at that point, the half-time whistle's called. Corner early in the second half, and Windagger makes up for amends, and if I'm honest, that was a screamer. So he can't score the simple ones, but he can score 25-yard screamers. Straight from the kickoff, though, Salzburg did make inroads into my area for the first time. And at this point, I was wondering what was happening because I didn't realise I had made the foul. What it turns out I'd done is after the ball had gone with the player I was controlling, I'd accidentally pressed circle, which gave them a penalty, and with an absolutely fantastic penalty to the top left-hand corner, got them straight back into it. 88th minute came along, and again, as you can see, Salzburg really applying the pressure now. It's now a 4-on-3, and I thought at this point I'd blown my 2-goal lead. Great save by the goalkeeper, just unfortunate from the attacker that they couldn't actually keep that below the crossbar. Finishes 2-1, and now we go on to play Tirol Innsbruck. Demetri on the left-hand side was an absolute god in this game. As you can see, that great little run 2 minutes in, setting up Nos. And again here, he passes the ball back to Nos again, who almost gets his second of the game. After about 18 minutes, we get a counter-attacking opportunity, again going through Demetriou to Caballero, who crosses it across to Windager, who 2 games in a row scores an absolute worldie. I'm convinced this guy is only capable of scoring worldie goals. Straight from the kickoff, they get a penalty. Now, this is a little bit of a frustration of mine because the player still got a shot away, but it also gave my defender a red card for denying a clear-cut scoring opportunity. So I'm now playing from the 26th minute with 10 men. On the stroke of half-time, they equalised. Second half, 53rd minute, we get the ball and we start running down the right hand side with Elliot once again. Very lucky to get that ball through to Nos, but Nos makes no mistake and buries it in the back of the net for a 3-2 win, very much against the run of play. So much so that for the rest of this match, very little actually happens. We get a corner in the last minute, but the goalkeeper puts it over the bar, and that's the end of the game. Going on to our next match, we have a few players, or we have a player banned, and I can't pronounce this name's team, so I'm not going to try. But this team had the lowest number of goals in the league. Managed to get it through to Fuseni in the 50th minute because nothing happened in the first half. And we go 1-0 up. '63rd minute, it opened the game up, but unfortunately not in the way I wanted, and they go ahead and equalise. Straight from that kickoff though, however, we managed to get another opportunity with Fuseni again, who just puts it wide. Into the 70th minute, and we give the ball away on the edge of their box, and thankfully managed to stop their counter-attack and basically go ahead with Ronivaldo and score a counter-attacking goal. Unfortunately, straight from that kickoff, I have another bout of forgetting how to defend in EAFC 24, and we concede an equaliser straight away. Up into stoppage time at the end of the second half, Elliot's ran down the right wing, passes it into Ronivaldo, who buries it for a 92nd minute winner. So overall so far, a really productive episode. Hartberg. Sorry, this isn't the one I thought it was. The next game is the one I thought it was, and it's this team. So their name is Austria Luchtenberg, I think, something like that. And at this point, this team are bottom of the Österreich Bundesliga. And on the 24th minute, we show why, with Fuseni managing to score an absolute dream goal. Demetriou gets one-on-one and buries it for his first goal of the season. After this, nothing happened in the second half. The closest we came was in the final minute. We managed to put a header wide. Then we go to the other Austrian team with Austria in their name, and this is Klagenfurt. And straight from the kickoff, I thought this was going to end very badly indeed, as I just couldn't position players where I wanted them to. And within 3 minutes, we were 1-0 down. However, sustained pressure straight off for most of this first half. In the 12th minute, we managed to get the ball across into the box. I thought Fuseni was actually offside on this one, so I just shot as out of force of habit and was very surprised when the goal stood. On to the 29th minute, and we managed to get another counter-attack from a corner. Our left-back Caballero passes it through to Demetriou, who passes it through to Fuseni, who absolutely sells the centre-back and goes and makes it a brace for himself. And then again, just a few minutes later, Elliot, down the right-hand side of Windager, gets the ball into Fuseni, who sells the centre-back again and buries it for a first-half hat-trick. Looking quite comfortable with the team now. Getting through to the 56th minute, Windager has it on the right-hand side, crosses it into Fuseni, who buries it for a fourth. At which point I do sub him off, but final play of the game, Klagenfurt managed to get a corner, but we managed to hold on to keep it a 4-1 victory. And final match of the episode is against Sturm Graz. Now, at this point, I was actually top of the league, and again, I thought Noakes was offside, and this time it was actually true that he was offside. Now, we carried on, and in the 44th minute, we managed to get Noakes through on goal again, clean onside, and he buries it for 1-0 at half-time. Second half, though, was a very different picture. Don't know what the manager said at half-time, but Sturm Graz came out firing. They couldn't get very close to the goal until this point, and then this happened. Now, if I'm honest, I was fuming with that one. However, it is what it is. But then in the 82nd minute, disaster struck. I get the ball, lose it in my own half, and a simple ball through. Into an unmarked play in the box results in us going 2-1 down. And unfortunately, I couldn't find a way back in. So that marks our second defeat, or our third defeat of the season. And this is how the table stands at the end of the episode. So we're currently fourth, 2 points behind Sturm Graz. Salzburg, Rapid Vienna, and Tirol Innsbruck and Lask make up the top 6. So as it stands, that's going to be our championship group. Well, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will catch you in the next one. Just before I do end this video, I'd like to talk about these things that are all in the corners. I just realized I'm pointing with the wrong fingers because it's all wrong and here. So this team up here is a rugby union team I recently joined, called Typhoons RUFC. We are based at Preston Grasshoppers in Preston. We are an inclusive rugby club. So we have people from all shapes, sizes, genders, sexualities. Doesn't matter who you are, you're welcome to come down. The IGR is an international gay rugby organisation who organise the leagues we play in. And this competition down here is the equivalent of the World Cup for the IGR leagues. Now, I can honestly say that since I've started this, I've started feeling healthier, I've started feeling more confident in myself, and I can honestly say I've never met a nicer bunch of people. Please, if you want to join sport and you feel like you can't join mainstream sport, please look into inclusive sport. I'm not saying rugby. Have a look and see if there are any inclusive teams around where you live. You will find that you are welcomed, you will be respected, you'll be loved for the people you are. There is always someone to talk to. Our social media is down here. If you do want to, please message us. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.